And here you have your Wentworth prober with the Temptronics 8-inch chuck. And we've added the 50 times ocular piece to this. All your adjustments on the Wentworth are standard for moving the chuck back, forth, up, down, and in and out. All the optics have been cleaned. We've added a fiber optic light port, so I'll turn that on. And if you look at the center of the platform, you can see the light there. There's an intensity adjustment at the top of the where the light is entering. It's right here. And this can be removed. There's a nut here, and that can be taken out. On the chuck itself, your chuck vacuum is here, which connects to the Wentworth. On this side of the Wentworth is the on and off switch for the chuck vacuum. Chuck vacuum is connected here. I have it hooked up to a small pump to hold that in place. The other piece that you see here, this is the Temptronics controller, and this is the vortex, and this is the cooling mechanism for the chuck. The chuck is a heated chuck. It goes up to 200 degrees, and it is not a cooled chuck, but it will cool back down with the assist of this vortex. It'll return quicker to the set temperature, which is normally 25 degrees C. As far as the controller itself, there is a main power switch in the back, and then you'll see this AC line will be lit when you have it plugged in, and you would turn it on with this switch here. When it comes up, it will cycle through a couple of informational screens, and then it will sit here and be at room temperature of the chuck, well, whatever temperature the chuck is at, and show you the other temperatures. There's two modes of operation. There's a manual mode and an automatic mode. Right now it's in manual, and as you can see here, this button is lit, and that's your ambient temperature, and this is your other two manual temperatures that you can program separately. To program it manually, you hit the setup key once, the parameter screen lights, and you can see the buttons flashing. You would go to the parameter that you want to change. You can then change the temperature to what you want it to be and hit enter. And now that is saved. To operate the manual function, you would just go to the particular parameter that you want to go to. So for instance, if I now want to go to this, I push on that, you can hear the vortex has shut off so that it can heat. And you can see the actual temperature of the chuck display changing. Conversely, if I go back to ambient temperature, you hear the solenoid kick in and the vortex has started up again. Heating has stopped, but you will see there's still a transmission of energy through the chuck. But as soon as the vortex is able to begin cooling again, you will see the temperature begin to drop again. Once the controller reaches temperature, there will be another display that comes up here and show you that it's at temperature. There's a window. Right now it's set for 2 degrees, so we should see once that reaches 27, it should come on because we're set for 25 and with a 2-degree window. And you can see we're at temperature now. The other mode is the program mode, where it can do up to 5 temperatures and ramps and soak times. To enter that mode, you hit the setup key twice, and it'll always come up to the last parameter that you had entered. You can use the arrow keys here to step through the different. These are the soak times, ramp rates, etc. And once you get to ramp 1 usually, this is how you would actually start the automatic mode. Because if you're in the manual mode, hitting run will not do anything. And at this point, you hit run, it goes to auto, and as you can see, it's going to, it says temp 1, and then just cycle 1, it's going to toggle back and forth. My first temperature is 30 degrees. The temperature is increasing, and it'll continue to go through the cycle. Once it reaches a complete cycle, if you tell it to do it 3 times, it will do it 3 times. And now it's in the soak period, counting down, goes to temp 2. And the entire program would continue like that until it completes all the cycles that you've programmed in, and then it will return back to being the ambient temperature that we had programmed in to begin with. We're at the rear of the controller now. This is the main cable coming from the chuck. It's a twist-on cable. Here's the main power switch. You have IEEE and RS-232 connections here. Here's your main power. This is your emergency switch. This has to be plugged in order for the controller to operate. This will be included in the bag, but it will be loose so it doesn't break off in shipment. You have your air input here. That should normally be 75 pounds per square inch, or 500 kilopascals. And your output, air output for the cooling vortex box are plugged in here. They're just simple twist-on, screw-on connectors. And I've labeled them for ease of identification when you get the unit. That will be disconnected here and capped off.